Hey guys, my name is Josh, your Envyerz, and welcome to my top 5 most disappointing games of 2016. We've been doing this series for 3 years in a row, so why not continue the trend and showcase more disappointing games that I've played or the media has overhyped this year. Starting with number 5, Firewatch. Absolutely crazy that I was excited for this game. You know, the E3 trailers made it seem like some type of suspenseful mystery game, and in a sense it is. It's a great game, definitely something original, and thousands of people love it and is greatly reviewed on Steam. It's one of the indie cult classics of 2016, or at least so people say, and I'm not said so people considering it is on my most disappointing games of 2016 list, and the big reason why is because how short the game is and how much it costs. You could beat this game in less than 3 hours, and the original price tag for this game is $20. I bought this game day one and I played 2 hours into it and I told myself, is this it? And then I hit the refund button on Steam. There's no actual threat in the game. There's no difficulty setting in the game as well. It's a beautiful game, but that's about it. It's like saying, oh, there's this hot girl, but when I talk to her, she talks like a man, she has messed up teeth, she smells like feet, and has no personality. That's what Firewatch is to me. At number 4, Dead Rising 4. As a fan of the Dead Rising franchise, this one really hurts me out of all the games on this list the most, considering how much I love the older games. 2016 was the 10-year anniversary of the original Dead Rising being released, and as a fan of the series, I would have been 100% okay with Capcom just remastering that said original game. Update the graphics to make it look like Dead Rising 4, have it at 60 FPS or higher, make the series great again by having to actually survive off of the things you find rather than just crafting wacky weapons and wacky vehicles to kill zombies with. They replace psychopaths, which are these bosses in Dead Rising, with maniacs, and maniacs are nothing like the psychopaths, but instead of just being one of them, it's a group of them, and they're just different enemy types essentially. And good guy Capcom decides, you know what? Hey, let's put the real ending in DLC. Let's make them have to pay for the real overtime ending. I kind of blame the new studio making Dead Rising 4. Apparently this game is for the fans, but it doesn't do a lot for the original fans of the series. At number 3, Tom Clancy's The Division. Another overhyped and underdeveloped game by our favorite publisher, Ubisoft. Ubisoft loves throwing the consumers down to the ground, but then the consumers get right back up and go back to it. It's like the Call of Duty cycle in a sense. People say they hate Call of Duty, but then they go buy the new game. That's the same thing with Ubisoft. People say they hate Ubisoft games, but then they go buy the next new Ubisoft game. And The Division makes me really worried for Tom Clancy's Wildlands, considering it's essentially in the same genre of The Division. If it's one thing that we can learn from all of Ubisoft games is the graphics are usually dumbed down from the original release trailer. And I was semi-excited to play this game, but when I was able to play it, there was so much of the game that sent missing. First impressions are the best impressions, and when the city of New York doesn't feel alive, it's not going to capture a lot of people's attention to keep coming back. Mind you, I know they had a survival update, and that seems like fun as DLC, but I feel like it's already too late. There's better games out already that people are playing to come back to The Division. Especially when you're done with the game and you have nothing to do except for play PvP Dark Zone. That is kind of underwhelming as well after like the first fight. There's just not a lot to offer in this game that was once said that could have been done. At number 2, Homefront The Revolution. As someone who enjoyed the original Homefront game, I was surprised that Homefront The Revolution took a different approach to the series and keeping the name. I don't understand games that decide to keep previous games if they're not really anything similar. When I played it, Homefront The Revolution had a multitude of bugs that made the game unenjoyable and sometimes unplayable. I was lucky enough to get invited to the closed beta, and man, they shouldn't have sent me that code to download it, because then that really solidified myself not purchasing this broken game, but also saved me money as well. It's just a lack of polish and lack of promise with this game as well, considering it has a good concept, an open world environment, but everything else other than the concept of this game, it's not really good. It has terrible AI, an average to below average storyline. Same thing with the gameplay and the clunky controls. It's just not an enjoyable game to play, and I feel like they only kept the Homefront title just to sell as many copies as they did. If not, it would be at an all-time low compared to what it is now. At number 1, No Man's Sky. This game has probably been one of the most overhyped games of 2016 and probably one of the most disappointing games as well. I don't know whose fault is it, the consumers for hyping this game up, or media hyping this game up, or Sean Murray making all these promises that he couldn't keep.
Even Sean Murray himself said the game was a mistake, so if that doesn't say anything about disappointment, I don't know what does. It's like Space Minecraft, but without all the fun that Minecraft brings. So if you like that, then yeah, feel free to pick this up. If you like watching paint dry too, yeah, feel free to pick this up as well. The only people I hear justifying this game is PS4 players that were super excited for this game and bought it for $60 and now are stuck with it. So that's from my experience of hearing my friends saying that, oh, it's a good game, but yet they've only played like 3 hours max. With that being said, No Man's Sky is by far the most disappointing game of 2016, and this is my top 5 games that have disappointed me and other consumers in 2016. Let me know in the comment section below what 5 games disappointed you in 2016, along with checking out some of my other videos similar to this one. I'll talk to you guys in the next. Bye bye.